Some very bad news. I know you guys are always expecting me to be bullish and always saying that, yeah, we're going to Valhalla and all this, but I'm always trying to be objective and I'm always trying to be honest and transparent. So I'm going to show you some of my trades. I'm going to show you exactly what is the bad news here, because there is something really bad and something in depth and something that, I don't know, a lot of influencers, they're not really talking about it because I guess they're not analyzing D60. So we'll get into it. So first of all, before we come back to the chart and I tell you what my real expectations here are, would it be nice if you guys can leave me some comments, because I told you that in this correction here that my target was 3350 on Ethereum to like 3400. So this zone right here, well, I mean, this isn't bad, is it? So this is pretty nice. And I told you what was my target for Bitcoin. It was 112. So we got into 112. We retested the previous all-time high basically, and now we are kind of in no man's land. So before I tell you what my trade setups are and what I'm expecting going forward, let's go over the news and let's really understand what we are expecting. So first of all, we have some kind of, I guess it's good news that President Trump is going to announce new Federal Reserve's governor in the coming days. And this is something that has led, and this resigning of this Fed governor has led to increased chances of finally a rate cut coming in September, then October, and etc. So this is starting to look a little bit better, and the market kind of has taken it as a positive. So this is good news. But again, everything in due time. I'm going to show you everything that happens, so you're always in context. You always understand what the hell is happening. Going forward, also something that is good, well, it's actually long-term very bad, but overall it's good for the markets. Congress has greenlit a $3.4 trillion spending package through the big beautiful bill, which means that a lot of new money is going to be flowing in, a lot of down the road money printing, and that's what we want for our altcoin bags to finally pump. So this is also looking good. Now this is more of a long-term perspective. This thing here also is more of a long-term perspective, and kind of, if you think about it, all these positive news and all these good things, more or less, and all these new bills like Genius Act and Clear Act for crypto, they kind of already are more or less priced in. And now we also have, this is like getting into a wonky area. Eric Trump has said, let me say it again, buy the dips, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the son of the president of the United States is saying to buy the dip, which is, well, arguably is happening now, the dip of Ethereum going down to like 33.5. So, but you remember what happened previously when he said this. Ethereum, when he spoke about Ethereum in this way, Ethereum went from 2,700 down to 1,300. So that, and it's like, it's also a question, is this, that's why I know this guy's posting this GIF here. Yeah, well, thank you very much. So the question here really is the history is it gonna repeat itself? And let me show you the data that really can convince you of either one or the other. So first of all, if we look at the ETF flows, Ethereum, well, on Friday, minus 152 million, and on Monday, minus 500 million. So they dumped $500 million worth of ETH. And, it still held up okay. It was going up yesterday, so that's good news. So it's resilient. But this is, kind of break of structure, if you ask me. If you look at Bitcoin, which was this? Thursday, 100 million. Friday, almost $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that they've dumped. And on August, which was yesterday, 300 million. So ETFs are selling. Very interesting. But until you make any conclusions, let's move to this. This is the D60. This is the actual bids and asks. Bids are when somebody is, basically, those are limit longs, and asks are limit shorts. So those are mostly short trades. So, and what we're seeing right now is that asks are going up, so shorts are piling up, and longs are actually slowly kind of going down. We've seen this deviation previously right here. So this was June 1st, June 5th. And then subsequently, we had a correction in Bitcoin down to like 100K. So it was not a big correction, but it was kind of stagnating because the markets and the players were taking out their longs and kind of putting in their shorts. So, and down the road, they actually got certainly squeezed out. But in a short-term perspective, this actually led to a sell-off. So it was not pumping. So all these things put together, I don't want to sound, cliche. I don't want to sound like, oh, doom and gloom. That's what I'm not trying to say this. I think that this year still is going to be absolutely fantastic for crypto. And guys, please, fully transparently, I could be absolutely wrong here. Just to be absolutely transparent, let me show you some of my trades here. I'll just show you the trading overview. For the last 60 days, I'm up on my account. This account has like $100,000 that I put into to show you all the trades and stuff. And I had a lot of like break-even trades. That's why my win rate is very low, but it's because, you know, I have a lot of break-even trades, which is like minus $100. So it's no big deal. But overall, my performance is good. But in the last couple of, like a week, I had a losing streak, and it kind of continues. Like, I'm so busy with so many things that we actually post the trades, and the trades are good. But like me personally, sometimes I just miss out on the trade. So, and sometimes we're blatantly wrong. Overall, we're doing good. This is a P&L from many trades, like 56 trades. So we're doing okay, but sometimes we just screw things up, and it's fine too. So we can be wrong. But what my expectation here is now about technicals, before I tell you exactly what I'm expecting, and I also put in my orders finally here on EVEDEX. And if you guys want to be trading on EVEDEX, which is decentralized, and you can always retain control over your assets, there is a link to it down in the description of this video where you can claim 10% cash back on your trading fees. And then when you go into your assets, you can claim your cash back every single day. And then if you want to trade on Bybit, which is centralized, certainly more liquidity, if you can pass the KYC, then there is going to be a link also down in the description of this video to Bybit, because I'm trading on both. And with Bybit, you can claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. And if you deposit $500, you can get access to my trades and my closed Discord with some really cool stuff and insights before it comes on YouTube, and my trades as well, because I cannot post all of them here. You need to simply just go to Discord. There is a link to it down in the description of this video. There is an instruction. You need to deposit at least $500 into Bybit using our link here, and then you will get automatically access to it. And the same thing with EVEDEX. But again, if you cannot trade on Bybit, you can use EVEDEX. And then down the road, we'll also add the link to the EVEDEX, so you can actually to the Discord and Telegram that is associated with EVEDEX. So you can choose either EVEDEX, which is decentralized, private, secure, and you always control your assets because it's on the blockchain, or you can trade over on Bybit if you can pass the KYC and you enjoy a tiny bit more of liquidity, because EVEDEX is still in beta testing mode, so you cannot put in a $10 million trade. So that's about it. Now, when it comes to the trade setups and the expectations here, before I show you my orders and my trades and explain them, if you look at Bitcoin, and then we kind of surpassed this very important resistance. We kind of went above it, and then we stood right above it, and then we did crash down. So this is, first of all, big weakness. Now we went down to the previous all-time high, which was the level I told you I was looking for. Now the level of interest could be 116, but overall, seeing the bids and asks and considering that so many things have already been priced in, August could be, again, could be pretty slow and quiet, that we might see a bigger correction here. So that's why I'm either entertaining some shorts off of the level of 116, 118, or longs, which I'm going to just show you in just a second. When it comes to Ethereum, we kind of, we had a very nice run, but if you go to the weekly chart, we kind of got stopped by these two resistance levels, which are just historically super important. And then people tell me technical analysis doesn't work. It doesn't always work, but it does a lot, to be honest. Sometimes you can trade just by technicals. So what interests me the most is like 3,905, like 4,000 area for a short. Yeah, still for a short. And I told you about shorts before, and people called me crazy. Well, look at the price action now. So, what interests me for longs is the area of, again, 33.5 and like 3,100. So if we consider what is happening right now with the Delta and the D60, I'm pretty sure that this could happen. So therefore, my orders now, considering that we kind of swept liquidity here, the next interesting level is like 3,100, 3,200. So in this vicinity, right in this area, I would like to be putting together like a swing trade with smaller amount of risk. Same thing with Bitcoin, 110-ish, just to start putting, because you never know where the bottom is going to be for a correction, even if it's going to happen. So that's why I always hold some spots, so in case if it just pumps to Valhalla, you're still making money. But the most interesting level for Bitcoin, quite frankly, would really be 104 and 101. I don't think it's going to happen because August is a short month, so to speak, and we're already deep into it, and I think that September is going to be much more fun. And then once deltas are going to invert in other way, I think it's going to be really a big game changer, and then we can go back into being long biased. For now, I'm more short biased and swing trade building than being long biased to Valhalla. Just being objective, could be wrong. Remember, guys, about the bonuses, and you can access my trades by either trading over on EVEDEX or on Bybit, and you can claim all these bonuses on either one. EVEDEX 10% cashback, and Bybit can give you up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses, and also both of them give you access to my trading to my trades before everyone else in my analytics if you deposit at least $500 using my link. So see you guys in the next video, and stay smart.